Hey, welcome to the Follow Through. I'm Pastor Fred. We are here listening to God. We're also living for Him. Hit that subscribe button. Share this with somebody because we're going through the book of Revelation. All this week, we're going to be in chapters 4 and 5. If you want to follow along, we've got a reading plan. I'll put that in the description. It's also at our church website, christmemorial.us. You can go there and download that right on the front page. And again, I think it's awesome. We're reading this thing together, and hopefully I want you to just take your time and really let it all soak in. These are pictures of Christ's victory over death and the grave that He gives to us in the middle of our difficulties. Because let's face it, if you were listening last week, and if not, go back and look at the letters to the 7 churches. Overwhelming stuff. God's saying, look, you've been faithful in some things, but you've struggled in other things. We live in a world, just as those first century Christians did, that is tugging at us, man. It's trying to draw us away from Christ, drawing us away from each other, and causing chaos and causing havoc, and tempting us with things that are, frankly, they can be pretty enticing. Power, money, you name it. All these things that can make us stop being faithful. But we want to be faithful because He's been faithful and He's with us. And so He gives us this massive picture, and it takes place in none other than heaven itself. Look at Revelation 4, 1 and 2. We'll look at the first 2 verses today. John says, "After this I looked, and behold, a door standing open in heaven. And the first voice which I heard speaking to me like a trumpet, he said, 'Come up here, I will show you what must take place after this.' And at once, he said, I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne stood in heaven with one seated on the throne." You think of thrones, you think of kings, you think of rulers, and that's who Jesus, that's who He is. Everything around us, listen to me, it's the same as it was in the first century, right? They had emperors and they had all those other people that said they had the answer to everything. But don't we have that today? People jumping in, kind of constantly intruding into our lives saying, trust me, look to me, I can save you. But honestly, there's nothing and there's no one that can truly save you other than God. And here's the thing, God already has saved us. That's what this passage is trying to tell us. St. John, come up here, come into heaven, right? So He's in the Spirit, which is the only way that He'll be able to see. It's the only way that we can clearly see the things of God is His Holy Spirit, which, by the way, He gives to us, right? That's not just for the upper echelon of Christians, it's for all of us. In fact, we can't believe without the Spirit. So if you believe in Jesus, Spirit's making that happen. It's making John able to see what he sees, which is this throne, right? The King. Jesus is ruling. He is reigning. God enables him and draws him, brings him to heaven itself. What an amazing, amazing thing. He's telling John, look, this is all real. This is where you're headed, right? This is the promise. This is yours. Jesus said in John 14, right? Same author, he had heard Jesus say, "In my house are many rooms. Now I'm going to go to prepare a place for you. I'm going to take you to be where I am." And this is in effect Jesus saying, all right, I'm going to show you part of what this kingdom looks like, this real reality. You can't see it with your eyes, but you can see it with the Spirit's power and with the Word's power. So I want you to see that today. I want you to share this with somebody. Say, you know what? Look, things look bleak, things look dark. You feel like giving up, but look at this. There's a throne in heaven, and Jesus is reigning eternally on it. Tomorrow we're going to get a description of that, but for today, just let this sink in that Jesus is talking to John. He's also talking to us, trying to convince us and comfort us that He is in control. He's still on the throne, all right? So let's get after it, and let's talk to somebody today about this. Let's bring this truth to the people in our lives. Talk to you next time.